we just watched episode 8 of season 2 of Arcane. Yeah, what do you think, bud? We should, since I randomly had a thought, we didn't talk, I don't think, much at all about in the last episode.
Yeah, try to, if there's something we missed,
a little bit we should at least sort of talk about was the song that actually plays in the last one when Echo and Powder are dancing. There's like the lyrics and stuff in that are like so crazy. It's in French too. So
I definitely noticed it was in French. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just touch base briefly on it, but it's basically saying lyrics like.
Was it written for the show?
Yes. Like a lot of this season did that even more than the first one did. There was a ton of music written for this season of the show. It's basically saying like you're my greatest enemy and like the best thing that's ever happened to me a lot. Like the chorus is kind of emphasizing that. I'd have to look at the direct translations and stuff because I don't know 100%, but it's something like that.
Holy, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's another.
The song alone, I think, almost translates to like my greatest enemy or like the best, almost like the best and worst thing that's ever happened to me, which is like Echo and Powder's existence in that realm.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fucking powerful.
That's another like little detail that you wouldn't know shit unless you go diving in and
unless you
look
speak
it up.
French
or you know French. Yeah, obviously, yeah, for sure.
It's just like I think the song that when in episode 6 when Isha fucking blows up is in like Japanese or something.
Oh yeah,
or Mandarin. I'm not sure the language exactly, but I'm pretty sure that was another one that was wrote specifically for the fucking show. So if you look at the translations, it's like
holy. They've crammed so much little details into the show that like
way too much.
That unfortunately like go so unnoticed probably. Like
yeah, I've watched the show twice and there's still shit I'm missing for sure. But
it's cool they do that though, and it gives it like replay value. Which
it really does. It's like a game.
Crazy.
I mean, not many shows do that.
No, where it's probably like exciting. I'm assuming again the second time around because it's like, yeah, let me see how all this ties together even more. And pick
stuff
up
that
on
I missed.
Yeah, that's some trippy shit. Was that all that we
I
didn't
think
talk
that
about
was
the song?
Or? The main thing I just wanted I don't know if we really touched base on that.
No, definitely not, because I wouldn't have known it meant anything.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that in.
So it's good that you throw that in there.
The music usually is hugely impactful, especially in this season. Did that in the first one too, but this one really did it.
Yeah, anytime there's like a big scene, it's like music forward.
They almost
you don't hear much else but music.
It's like a music video almost in this season. It's like they straight up like sculpt the scene and the music together like big time, which is so cool how they did that.
I like
really
it.
Cool.
It's cool.
Unique.
It always hits hard, like those scenes that have the big built up music and shit. They're always like just the craziest shit's going on.
And at the feckin' end of that one, that song is huge too, and like they played at the feckin' Game Awards.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
I forget, I don't remember the artist and stuff. I'd have to look it up. I'm pretty sure the song is called "My Body's on the Line." I'm pretty sure. Most people would already know what the fuck it is. It's huge right now because of that.
It's pretty fitting.
Because of the show and stuff.
For what's going on in that
Again,
episode.
I'm pretty sure specifically wrote kind of for. But I seen him behind the scenes that the artist actually wrote that a lot about his grandmother or something too, like passing away, which is like way more impactful again because it's personal to the artist that's actually writing it.
That's what I always say about music. It's so cool how like people interpret it in different ways, and it can have so much power in so many ways. I watched a video of them breaking that down of why the guy wrote the song the way he did, and I'm pretty sure it has way more meaning to him than just the show. He actually wrote it specifically for something he was going through too. It just happens to relate to the show
perfectly to the show.
That's like, crazy.
Yeah, and when they performed that live, it was insane. They did like a full orchestra version of it. It's like
dude, those Game Award performances are sick.
They don't fuck around. Yeah. Well, Hailung did it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that
and it was like a big production.
That might not have been the Game Awards. That was like.
I thought it was something like that.
Was it the Game Awards?
I could be wrong, man. I don't know.
It might have been like E3 or something where they announced games because there's a lot of different game shit.
Yeah, I'm not. It was definitely one of those types of things. If not like Game Awards.
The Game Awards don't fuck around either. And the first time they did the Game Awards was when fucking Sting played that song at the end of that
that's right. And he played it at the awards?
Yeah, he fucking played that song with a full orchestra, and it was crazy. You have to see that. It's so good.
I'll definitely check that out.
And that song was Drugs that they did. Hearing the whole song is cool because you only get a snippet of it in the show.
Right.
Same with the Sting song, most of that one was in the episode, but not the full song still.
That Linkin Park song was totally different.
And that one was fully different.
It was only in it for like a split second.
And it was not even the actual
song.
So
different, yeah.
Completely different from the original. Where Sting's one was the same
song.
It sounded the same. And that one technically is the same too, but the live version's like, okay. even better.
Jeez, man. All right, we're supposed to start this beginning, I guess, eh?
You should start at the beginning, I guess, eh? Here we go.
So yeah, Mel wakes up and realizes she's become one of these things, or like pretty quickly on the episode, you realize that.
Yeah, Mel can do something.
And
can do something.
Or it just is entwined with this other shit. Like she meets that shape-shifting entity, and yeah, I'm trying to remember what like some of the shit they were talking about. Well, obviously it was like shifting around a lot, so it never truly revealed its true form. I think it even appeared as one of those robots too, didn't it?
It was appearing as multiple people. In
it
that
appeared
scene.
as Mel herself, her mom,
yeah, it appeared
her
as
brother,
her, yeah, and
a bunch of
the black form. Which is we don't actually know what the hell that means.
Right, yeah,
but
that was a new one.
Yeah, but the black form I think even appeared before, like in slight scenes when you see her getting captured or something. Maybe. I think
maybe yeah.
But so originally that damn thing appeared as one of her assistants and shit when it first captures her.
Oh, it's like looking over its shoulder or whatever.
And it says
as
Black
it's changing?
Rose. It is changing
yeah,
when she first gets captured, like several episodes ago.
Yeah, that's right.
So this thing can clearly like shapeshift and just appear as anybody and turn into fucking anybody. Very powerful thing. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Because it's been just camouflaging throughout a whole goddamn season. The full first season and shit was totally just bullshit. Camouflage. That character was not who the fuck it was. Or at some point it changed. We don't know exactly when, but her assistant, I think her name was I want to say Alora. Could be wrong on that. I think she refers to her as Alora. But at some point,
so you're thinking she was just always disguising as
Rose
that,
either always
or
was
it took over the assistant.
It was either always disguised it, or at some point took over as that.
I got the vibe that it took over, but maybe it always was.
Yeah, we don't actually fully know that. That's not something we find out.
It looked like she was being taken over in that scene where, like,
it could have even been right there that it just took her over.
Yeah,
or she was just disguising it. We don't know because the shapeshifter.
Or that's just how it chose to reveal itself. Right? Was it while her assistant's dying?
There was one of those episodes too where a large chunk of the episode was it disguising as her brother, and she thought it was legit for a long time until she figured out it wasn't.
Yeah, that's right. Eh?
So we don't actually know how long her assistant could have been taken over by the Black Rose as well.
Oh yeah, that entity was saying that they're essentially like the Black Rose is essentially against Ambessa because they foresee like cataclysm with her leading in her like what do they call it?
Oh god, there was some. I almost
her
need to
lust
take
for
notes.
legacy, and power, and just they saw it like clouding her judgment.
It even sheds. I remember it showing a scene too where I can't fucking remember it, but the Black Rose says something to Mel, and it even shows Victor up on the fucking huge hill doing something like.
Oh, it showed Victor?
I forget what the fuck is said there. I almost need to take notes too.
You should, man. You mentioned it. Now there's only one episode left, so
that one says something like I forget what the hell is said there. I can't remember. I can't fully remember what's said exactly. It's something that they know like Ambessa's like pursuing that option or something like Ambessa's pursuing. Ambessa has the doctor and has. Do you remember that whole?
Oh yeah, she has the doctor and all that army and all that shit. Like so she revealed that.
So by having the doctor, she also has fucking Victor, because the doctor is now basically
right. and Victor is fucking God.
And it shows Victor and like doing shit on the top of a hill or something. When the Black Rose is talking to Mel, it's quick and it's like. I can't remember exactly what was said, but there's something there that I can't remember right now. But
that's all right if you don't remember it all.
I don't remember right now, but
next time you watch through it, take notes.
Whoever the fuck I watch through this again with.
So yeah, they were kind of showing the doctor like hooking basically all of his fucking shit up together.
Yeah.
Keeping all them bodies and pumping them all. Just.
Yes, sir. Indeed.
Yeah, it didn't really get into that much till later on. It made it pretty fucking clear what was going on.
Yeah.
The Viking guy couldn't be saved.
Yeah,
it got destroyed by the fucking
doctor
beast,
even
right?
said he wishes he could have saved him at some point.
He said his injuries were too severe.
Yeah. He got ripped up
which shows like he got real fucked because that doctor can do some stuff, you know?
And he couldn't do dick
couldn't save him?
He got fucked up. Yeah. He was too fucked up.
Yikes. Yeah, right in that scene again, it just further showed. I remember like Ambessa like slamming her fucking like weapon down. Like she's always ready for fucking war.
Yeah, she's pissed.
She's ready. Hungry, ready. Whoops.
Hungry, ready.
I think I just checked a note we haven't talked about.
Good shit.
There we go. No, we're good.
It checks it and like, it disappears?
It goes to like the bottom of the list. Instead of just being checked where it is, it goes all the way bottom.
I think mine just checks off on my
That
phone.
makes goddamn sense.
I wonder if that's like a setting or something.
It's probably not on an iPhone. You can't change shit. Yeah, it showed Ambessa is ready for war, and she said it's about like vengeance at that point. Because like killing people closest to her, she's ready more than ever to fight. I don't even know what that one means. I think it got spell fucking corrected, and that literally makes no sense. So I'm gonna just check that off.
Just try to get this so it's not cutting your fucking mid off so much, bro. You were getting cut off good.
Good.
Let's do something like that instead.
That's probably better.
That's way better. Now your mid ain't cut off. Probably should have did that hours ago.
It's pretty cut off in episode 1 too.
The first 2 were pretty cut off.
First 2, yeah.
But you would kind of pop up. It wasn't too bad. We're probably fine, but that's probably better.
That makes sense. Yeah, it shows like Jinx locked up. And that's what happened with her after all that. She finally got back to base reality.
Gave herself up too, not just locked up, but she surrendered herself.
Which again, we talked about before. How I figured she was gonna just snap and go do some nutty shit, but yeah, she
goes full.
Really
opposite.
showed like she was done with like the craziness. At that point, she just like lost the will to live. Just wanted to sit in that cell and rot. That became more prominent throughout the episode. And then, yeah, like, Caitlyn was kind of panicking because she was, like, in the middle of some shit, too. Because she technically helped Vi and Jinx along in the whole Werevander quest.
But didn't know that Jinx was a big part of it. That's what she said, too.
Right, yeah.
She actually didn't know that Jinx was even part of it. Just like before.
Oh, yeah, because you said that Werevander was her dad or whatever.
Yeah, Vi always told her, like, I'm helping my dad and stuff. But just like
sister
before,
didn't say never mentioned.
Yeah, exactly. That my sister's a huge part of this. She had no clue because her whole goal forever was to kill Jinx. And again, Vi comes back, helps her do this and that, but doesn't fucking mention that Jinx is there too.
Oof, got him.
But Caitlyn's also saying she's just fed up with like trying to fight against it and all that too.
Well, yeah, because fucking Ambessa's been like pushing her and doing crazy shit for so long. Yeah. And she's just like,
you could always tell that Caitlyn wasn't 100%
on board with it. Yeah,
Ambessa.
I remember even when it first got announced, there was a scene where like it cut to Caitlyn's face of just like shock.
She doesn't seem
she got put in that position.
Yeah, the very first time she gets put in that situation.
And it kind of always is trickled in there that like she still sees like the craziness and all this. Like she's willing to go help and go against her own fucking soldiers and shit all the time.
Yeah,
shows that she's kind of always good. Just fighting that line of like
dancing on that fucking line,
kind of like that fucking sergeant guy was or whatever. He was trying to find that balance of like trying to help the good, help the bad, like not really knowing exactly where to fall. Everybody's always torn in this show too.
Oh fuck yeah!
Not quite sure like what to do next, except for some people. Some people just like hitting with hammers.
Jeez. Fucking hard hammering bitches.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Caitlyn goes to Jinx too. I almost forgot about that. And just wants her to like speak on like what she's done and like what she's caused over the years, and she never really fully like admits or opens up and like, yes, like this is what I've done, like I'm sorry. She just kind of said like, I didn't know your mom was there.
Yeah, she did sort of
kind of a little hint of like remorse and sorrow in
which is the first time you see that from her at all.
But I swear she's always like internally she knows exactly damn well what she's done. She knows it fully inside, but can never like externally.
She even does say that. She says, I don't know if it would have made a difference. Yeah, if she knew her mom was there or not. She straight up says that to her. It might not have made a difference. That's what she said.
Even when she does when Caitlyn walks away in that scene, it kind of cuts over to Jinx, and it just you kind of get the vibe like she knows what she's done. She just can't say like
I think she does know.
Can't account for like that much pain and shit. You know, she knows but can't like accept it and admit it. If that makes sense, that's always the vibe I get. even early on when she couldn't admit to like killing Silco and stuff like that. Never fully was like, "Yep, I did that shit."
And then that fucker appears in this shit again because she was trying to speak to him before. Yeah, that's the first time she actually tries to speak to someone who's dead.
And here she wasn't trying at all.
Different episodes before when she was talking to his chair. Remember?
Yeah.
She's trying to get him to get that voice in her head, but he would
she's
never
saying,
pop
like, if you're
back
still there, like
until she was at her lowest low. Then who the fuck comes back?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking drugs, man.
It's very drugs. That's the thing I said. It seems like Jinx always knows what she's done, but just can't fully like face it and admit it. And then Jace faces Mel for the first time after. Yeah, again, it's been a while since they've.
Both of them are quite different.
They've gone through some shit.
Both have gone through some shit.
And they both immediately comment on that.
They're just
kind of like, I can't.
They both know they've been through some shit.
Can't even explain it. Like, what the fuck's happened?
They've both been through some crap, and they both know they've been through some crap.
And I remember like Mel asked Jace, and he's just like, yeah, it's like, it's not like, don't worry about it. It's not worth it, or something like that, or like, just basically said like, yeah. even though all that shit that happened to him, out there hammering bitches. But it seemed like Jason still like didn't quite fully trust her because he knew she's magic all of a sudden.
Yeah,
and then she also said like, I didn't even know it. Like,
exactly,
it kind of happened like intuitively when she saved Jace when everyone else got bombed up.
Jace doesn't maybe thinks like maybe Victor had something to do with her even getting magic. He doesn't even know. Just he thinks magic. Any magic.
Exactly. Anytime there's magic,
Warhammer that shit.
He gets fucking. He gets real.
Bop that shit. Fucking.
He gets real hammery. And it even looked like he was about to smash her with the hammer.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking bop it shit.
The notes flow right into, like, just as it looks like Jason's about to smash her with the hammer, fucking God appears. Fucking Victor.
Yeah.
As one of those, like, weird robots.
iRobot. Motherfucking.
That was like
AI
OP as shit. That thing could do everything. Float, super strength.
It can float.
Yeah. You do anything. Literally anything.
And it had mad reflexes and shit. It took the two of them to take it one down.
Yeah.
It was about to kill Jace. Victor could have killed Jace, but like he was obviously like struggling with just doing it.
But he was gonna do it. I think
you could see like him like fighting himself to do it,
and then Mel fucking shocked him that last time.
Was probably about to do it, and Mel was the one that actually stopped that thing.
It really looked like it. Yeah, Victor tried to make peace with him
because he was saying, "I didn't want to have to be this way and all that kind of shit." And then he was about to fucking pop his noggin off, probably, or some shit.
Yeah, he had him like set up to fucking snap that neck or something.
Yeah.
But gee, dude, whatever the fuck's going on with Victor, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like he tried to work with Victor and with Jace and say like, didn't he end up saying like, let's face this shit together?
He gave him another chance at the end to like try to like kind of join his whatever you want to call it. Evolution. He usually calls it like the glorious evolution or some kind of shit like that.
Jace seen like the future. And
and Jace has seen, and he's like, "Fuck
tech zombies, brother."
Yeah, Jace saying.
And Jace admitted like, my partner died, like in this very room. Like Victor's gone.
He's trying to say, which again goes so hardcore back to like what was going on with Vi and Jinx before. She straight up says the exact same thing. I think 4 or 5 episodes ago, how Jinx dies and all that. Like. There's so much like
reoccurring themes, I guess.
Sort of, yeah.
And little subtle hints of like, and I think it happened again too. I didn't write it down, but characters where they both said the same thing, I think happened again.
Oh, maybe with who?
Oh God, I can't remember right now, dude. A lot happened there.
I can't remember exactly either.
Oh, I can't remember it at all. I'll see if it comes back, but maybe not.
Well, Jinx and Echo do say the same lines in episode 7.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking. I caught it somewhere recently. It was either one of the last few episodes. That happened
in episode 7, where both of them two say the opposite, the exact same line.
Yeah, maybe it was that I was thinking of.
And in this one, maybe they do too.
Maybe
I'm not
this
sure.
One. It was probably the last one.
Maybe it was 7 you're thinking of.
There's so much that's happened in those few. It's hard to say.
Yeah, they both say the exact same line to each other in opposite points.
Okay, that's probably going back a bit then. My bad.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, Jace thinking Victor died in that room. Excuse me. Yeah, Victor's about to kill Jace. When his OP robot form, or with his OP robot form, because those things are fucking OP as shit.
They are pretty OP,
man. Like, Jace couldn't land anything with that hammer, like.
Yeah, he was trying to hammer it up.
And then the thing just took his hammer with ease.
It took magic.
It's like, it flicked the hammer away. The only thing
that could fuck with that was actual Arcane.
I'm pretty sure I was looking to see where, like, it just, like, flicked the hammer away quickly.
It just grabbed it like it was nothing.
And then took it away from him.
Yeah, it just fucking...
That shit's fucked up.
Like candy from fucking baby shit. The only thing that basically fucked that up was fucking Gakimia.
Yeah, and even Victor said like he could see the Arcane in Mel, which was interesting.
Yeah, but at that point, like the Arcane or something,
it looked like it was like Victor didn't really care too much about it.
His thing was even reaching through her like shield.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he was like, this is nothing.
Because he's
like,
obviously fucked with the Arcane godlike. A lot.
Oh yeah,
up to this point.
Yeah. So it's probably like it's probably primitive in a way to him.
Yeah.
But then it comes back like and shocks him later.
Yeah, because fighting the two of them, he wasn't able to do it. He wasn't able either one of them by themselves. That thing probably would have fucked them up, but together, he couldn't quite get it. He could get through Mel's magic, like shield and shit by himself, but he could get the Warhammer from just Jace, but the two of them together, too much.
But then there's 100 more floating in that fucking room ready to go. Plus, with the fucking werewolf thrown into that mix. We'll get there.
Fucking Vander, man.
I know, we'll get there.
You see his bloody memories again, too, in that fucking episode.
I just love to make that man just disappear.
You just can't just let him fucking go already. Just leave him go.
Yeah, it was trippy, too. Like, Victor is, like, all-powerful in space and shit, but, like, the more powerful he gets, the more isolated and alone he gets. Like, he had to, like, let go of that. That only other person he had...
Yeah, very important scene there when that happened. Actually, Sky, the assistant. So, do you remember the last words they say to each other?
Yeah,
and stuff?
He's like, "I'll miss our little talks or whatever," and she's like, "No, you won't." And then
he's being plugged into the fucking War Vander's shit,
and then he's like alone in space, fucking just like all godlike, powerful.
That's like hard foreshadowing, but alone, to him losing something, big time something.
Victor losing something?
Yeah. A part of him she's just disappearing throughout.
Yeah, that she's been there the whole time.
Yeah, and now that he's being plugged into War Vander,
like the only thing like holding out for him and rooting for him.
There's a strange like reality to that by her saying like you won't actually miss our talks or nothing.
Yeah,
like,
he'll be so distracted by what he's doing.
It's so real, like what people feel and shit. It's so fucked up. There's no happiness there at all. It's just
that's pretty grim.
It's so grim. It's like, I'll miss our talks. No, you fucking won't. What?
And his voice in that fucking shit, man. When he says, like, begin the process and shit to the doctors, sounds like fucking godlike. Sounds like when he first appeared, like, but so subtle when he first appeared.
And that's something I didn't notice until we watched this shit again with headphones on, was how his voice changed.
Now it's undeniable. Like, you can listen to that on a phone and be like, wow, he sounds godlike.
But it was in the first few episodes where I didn't know his voice actually sounded different until you hear it in your fucking mitt.
Cranked up with some good headphones.
Yeah. I'm sure now that I knew it was there, I could probably hear it on the TV speakers even, but...
True.
I didn't catch that the first time I watched it through. I didn't know his voice sounded different.
Yeah, that shit was so cool. Right when I first heard that, I'm like,
I know. I was like,
fucking crazy.
Shit. Hard foreshadowing again.
And that just gets more and more prominent.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for there to just be all robot voice. My next note was about just Jinx, more of Jinx in her cell rotting. Like, her hair's all just spread out and she's just basically waiting to die. It seems like,
which is a very prominent theme with her.
But it never fully happens. Yeah, like a few times where people were like, could have killed her, and she says like, just do it or whatever.
And she even says, "I can't seem to die." I think episode 3 of this season.
Oh yeah,
she straight up says, "I can't seem. No matter what I do, I can't seem to die." Well, she even tries to blow herself up in the first season, in episode 7 against Echo.
Oh Jesus, yeah. Fuck me, that.
She straight up tries to blow both of them up and can't die.
That's fun.
Because the doctor keeps her alive. It's a hard theme with her where she just doesn't want to live. It's kind of fucked. But
can't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we talked about the Silco appearing. Yeah.
Yeah. Quite important.
Yeah, that's pretty important for sure. For a minute, I was like, are they going to bring this character back? And then a second later, I'm like, no, this is just, she's
yeah,
fucking
she
losing
sees
her
so
again.
much shit in her head.
Yeah. Because I'm like, oh, maybe the doctor, like, fucking kept us fucking going. That was my first thought.
You never,
like,
yeah, you.
I was like, Silk was fucking back.
You can never
guess who's back.
You can never weigh that out with that fecker.
But then, a minute later, I'm like, I feel like this is just like, in her mind.
Because his eyes a different color and shit too. So it's like, you don't look normal.
And that's when Vi showed up to the cell with the keys, trying to go live a fucking peaceful, happy life.
Tried to, once again, embrace her sister.
And like Jinx is like, yeah, sure, let's do that. As soon as that cell was open, she fucking beelined out of there, locked Vi in.
Sapped out with her speed like that.
Locked Vi in that cage and disappeared into the shadows. Never really quite exactly sure where the fuck she's about to go, but we'll see. There's only one episode to go.
One fucking episode to go, bud.
Probably see where she's gonna go. Yeah, and then Jace meets with all the fucking clans of people, including the underground, saying like, yo, some real shit's coming. Like, either like...
Shows them the tech robot.
Oh, there he is. It was either like join up or run the fuck away, pretty much.
Yeah.
And some of them ran the fuck away.
Yeah, Savika did too, actually. Ran the fuck away. There was some...
Makes more sense for the underground people. They're like, yo, that's your problem.
There was some of them that came back in the scene where they come across the bridge again, but only a handful of them.
But that seems like their mentality. Like, we're going to look out for our own. Like, that's your fight. Like, that's your guys' problem.
Yeah.
Even though it does involve them. They don't realize probably how big it is. They're just like... Yeah, Jace was telling everybody, like, there's hella danger coming. You can either run away or stay and fight.
And he also was saying, like, if you're going to run, don't stop.
Yeah, run far.
Keep running.
Yeah. He was telling them that there's... Yeah, he was telling the people, like, this is a greater danger than we've ever faced, like, in the entire world, like...
Yeah, he mentions Runeterra, too, which is the entire...
That's the name, yeah. It wasn't just Piltover that was facing the problem.
Yeah,
it was...
he mentions Piltover and Runeterra, which is the whole fucking...
It's humanity, essentially.
Their whole world, basically.
More than just humanity, because there's so many different races. You can't call them all human, that's for sure. But, yeah, it was fucking everybody.
Yeah.
He kind of recognized he'd been crazy. At one point, he said, like, I've been an ass or whatever. Like,
well, he's like, I've been an idiot and an ass.
Yeah. He just kind of
right after you said it, let's go start.
Yeah, he was going to start swinging the hammer.
He's like, I've been an idiot.
Literally. Oh, shit. But yeah, I guess showed what he did really go crazy in that pit and like getting out of there, and the shit he saw made him go crazy, and then he kind of slowly started coming back to himself of like, how the fuck are we going to get through this?
Yep.
And Mel also trying to come to grips with like with the shit. She's realizing she's fucking magic all of a sudden and has always been magic, and phrasing it in a way where it was like, yeah, she felt like she was always a passenger, and the magic was like dictating her whole life pretty much, which is pretty trippy because like you said, like the character development there was like, yeah, she'd always been pretty prominent, but like you don't realize how powerful she is.
Hard overdrive now. And I think before the Black Rose was pursuing the brother, thinking he was the one who was a mage. I think.
Oh, that would make sense.
They were always after whoever had the power, and I think they didn't know, so they were going after the brother first. And
Ambassa always says like his curiosity kept him prying, and maybe it was that prying that made them think like he is fucking he's magic. Or that maybe made them think that we should be looking at this guy.
Yeah, there was definitely something there.
Yeah, Jay's telling her like, yeah, you'll never be the passenger or whatever, but yeah, I made note of how we mentioned while we were watching how like, yeah, the underground came up to that meeting as well.
Yeah, it wasn't a totally different thing that's never happened before.
Yeah, it wasn't just a certain group of people. It was like we're saying, fucking the entire world. And then Caitlin finally comes back and finds Vi in the cell. And basically saying how what she has essentially orchestrated a way to let everybody go and live, it seemed like. She came up to the cell immediately and said, like, I figured I'd find you here. Jinx is missing. She wasn't surprised. And then Vi's like well, basically like, what the fuck? Like, and Caitlin said, like, you really think I needed all my guards to be watching, like, somewhere else? Yeah, she basically like seemed like she like put everybody's attention somewhere else because she knew like they're gonna try to escape or they're gonna try to pull some shit.
Yeah.
So Caitlin kind of seemed like she was behind, not obviously full on letting Jinx go, but knowing like they're likely gonna try to get out of here. One way or the other.
Possible.
Because she's like, she full on said, like, "You really think I needed all my guards?" It was at the Hex Gate or whatever the fuck they were.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because someone probably should have been watching that area while that shit was going down. So I think that kind of just revealed like she wanted everybody to like just like she said she didn't have time to fucking hold on to all the shit anymore.
She said she was sick of hating everybody. And everything too.
Yeah.
Hating her made her hate herself, I think is what she kind of said. Like, hating Jinx made her hate herself or something. Like, she said something along those lines.
Which makes sense, because, like, she kind of really did bring out the worst in Caitlyn in a lot of ways. Like, made her just the most wild and crazy. Too. Oh, yeah, for sure. And then it was right after that moment where Caitlyn said, "You really think I needed all my guards, like, wherever?" That's when Vi jumped on them bones real quick. So I think, honestly, that is another revealer that made it look like, in the end, Caitlyn wanted everybody to win, which made Vi just fucking lose her shit.
Yeah.
That's why I made note of that. Jump them bones. Just going by the notes, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
A little far away out here. Let's get a little closer. There we are.
There's more prominence to that scene, which I want to talk about after, probably the next episode, though. The bone scene.
Okay. Like, it means more later?
I think it could, or it has more meaning in some sense at some point, I think. But we haven't seen why just yet.
We can't touch on it yet. All right, my next note. That was obviously a big moment, like them coming back together and shit. They've been apart for a while.
Them bones?
Them bones.
Yeah. And I think they kind of know like shit's about to get fucked up. Like war is fucking basically like, coming. So they said fuck it.
Fuck it mentality.
Literally.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Literally. Them bones. All right, Mel faces Ambessa, and kind of questions like what happened to her brother, and she still never really got a straight answer.
Yeah,
she kind of tiptoed there and said like, he was.
Yeah, Mel his curiosity walked straight into the fucking their camp, like the Ambessa's camp.
Yeah, when Ambessa didn't even know what the fuck had really happened to her yet.
Yeah, she's the first time she's seen her in a while,
and seen like
Mel really disappears in like episode 3 or 4 of this season.
And she's been in she's a different form now, essentially.
Yeah, she's come back straight different.
Looks different. And then Ambessa kind of breaks down, revealing like it was her kids that were essentially like the most meaningful thing that those people could have fucked with at the end of the day. It's I guess like the only really emotional scene we've seen of her so far, when she's saying like they took. I think Mel was like really just trying to get to the bottom of like, do you even give a fuck that like these people are doing all this shit, taking your kids, blah blah blah, and and that's when Ambessa broke down like, I fucking like birthed this child, like raised it, like fed it, like it was my everything, and that's why they took it. That's why they fucked with it, because it meant the most to her.
Yeah.
And the fact that she made it seem like she had to sacrifice that kid to protect the other.
It did seem like that.
But, like, that didn't explain, like, why? How does that happen? Like,
yeah.
Because, again, she's always just tiptoed around what happened to her brother. Never, maybe, kind of like you were saying, maybe they thought he was the mage. Maybe Ambessa fully said, like, yes, he's got the magic.
He was, like the sacrifice, because she's
trying to protect Mel at the end of the day.
Remember, she cast Mel out of the family and stuff to go and to be part of this city, not part of Noxus, which is where they're from.
Maybe could have ultimately been for protection.
Trying to just send her away to keep her safe until they finally found her at this place, the Black Rose people.
I feel like she always claimed that, even when Mel pressed, like, why did you outcast me? And she said, like, I did it for your own good at the end of the day. Like,
yep.
You didn't belong where you were.
I'm pretty sure that's right. I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty fucking sure that's right.
Maybe she pointed the finger at the other kid and said, like, he's magic.
Almost had to sacrifice him. Send them in that direction as she was trying to protect Mel.
Trippy. That's pretty speculative, but could be hinted at for sure.
Excuse me.
And then I think Ambessa showed Mel the army of fucking Victor bots.
Mel has actually seen the fucking some shit,
which is what Jace was warning about earlier. Like, he said there's going to be more of those bots coming. We faced this one and it almost fucked us up.
Yeah, and Mel was there when Victor like straight up just says, "Doctor, plug me in." Basically,
she's seen both sides of it. Then she's seen the power of like those things in action, kind of what their motives are,
and then seeing what the fuck is about to come.
Yeah, seeing that there's many more of those there. And Victor tells the doctor to begin the process.
That's what he says.
Which then pumps the fucking juices from Mr. Werevander and mixes them up with Victor juices and creates.
You see them like
Victor
fusing
Werevander
right at the end there. Like it's like.
Oh, that was fucked up.
And you see fucking more of goddamn Vander's memories like fading too.
Yeah, like, that shows like that's the last of Vander pretty much. I think that if they bring him back now, bro, fuck me.
You see like Powder, you see Vi,
all of the things that were keeping him slightly human, keeping them slightly Vander, are gone.
He was still not gone.
So now we should
even after he should blew him the fuck up, he was not fully gone still. That motherfucker was strong as shit.
Now we should call it like Where Victor, because it's fucking Vander's fucking gone.
Vic Vander, some shit. We need some shit now. You need some shit now.
See, he takes over the beast body, and all those fucking bots are obviously linked into that. Victor, in his fucking space form, took on some other type of form we haven't seen yet, which was fuck me up. What do you even call that? Shadow beast. God.
Whatever you want to
floating
call
in space.
God. I like God.
Yeah. They keep portraying him as such, so.
Very much so. But it's such a cool artistic way, too, with the space.
It is, yeah. It makes it seem like...
Victor's whole thing with, like, the space thing was, like...
He's not just, like, a worldly entity. He's part of, like...
So fucking cool how they did that.
They're in a whole other fucking realm. So he takes over that beast body as Vander's core memories fade away. And Victor's mind takes it over. I think that's bye Vander. Fucking knows though, but one episode. You bring him back now, like
one fucking episode, bitch.
Done forever. Done forever either way, but
yeah, we're done either way. That's what don't matter.
Oh yeah, and then that's a note that got jumped around, but Ambessa said something earlier. While she was kind of like trying to make a deal with Victor, she said like I'll work with you if you'll fucking empower all my soldiers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'll empower anybody who's down. So
pretty much,
bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where we're at. That's it for the notes.
Yeah, did you ever foresee that coming?
No.
Okay, right? Yeah.
No, I didn't foresee much of what's happened coming, honestly.
That's what's so good about this
Even
show.
like the fact that the fucking beast and shit was Vander, like I didn't catch that.
I know, bro. This show is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Redonkulous. Any other more bullshit you want to talk about with that one? I'm trying to think too if there's anything.
Yeah, there was so much. I feel like I missed things.
Absolutely. Did too. Yeah, the only really scene I want to talk about is, again, we need to see the last episode first before I can talk about that.
We can't dive into something that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. It's not huge, crazy or anything. It's more of just kind of goes back to things we've seen in the show already before. But shall we?
How the fuck?
Final fucking episode finally.
Mm-hmm.
Let's wrap this fucking thing up finally, bud.